Guys, we'll start in 2 minutes. 16:05 we will start. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, please ask me. If it is related to yesterday's session or sessions prior to that, do ask me. Okay, guys, let's start. So I presume you do not have any questions for sessions which we covered till yesterday. Anyone has any questions related to networking, IP address, CIDR, anything? If not, then today we'll start discussing some basics of Azure again. We did discuss what is a cloud, so we are not repeating that. Deployment models, I've asked you to memorize it. Remember this jargon. Maybe you know this and you don't know कि इसको बोलते क्या है, deployment models बोलते हैं, so you won't know that. Interview question miss हो जाएगा. So we have public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud. We did discuss this. We have recorded sessions also. If someone has missed, please watch those videos. Then types of services or service model, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. We saw what are the differences, which are the services available. ठीक है, ये सब हम लोगों ने देख लिया. Azure, we read about it. Component, we read about it. Azure Active Directory, we did discuss what is Azure Active Directory. Management part and monitoring part, log analytics, everything will cover later. The next topic we have today, in today's session, we will have theory part at the majority of the session's time, right? Uh, Rarely we'll practice on portal. We'll see the portal, but maximum we'll be discussing theory in today's session. So there's one cost management and billing center, so an account information. So let me quickly help you with this. First, this is a small topic, but useful. So let's say if you have a subscription and you want to check billing, कि आपके इस सब्सक्रिप्शन का कितना बिलिंग आ रहा है, कैसे आ रहा है, क्यों आ रहा है. If you want to do that, you can go to that subscription. As of now, I want to check this subscription, let's say. If I wanted to check this, I would have clicked on this one. So here I have cost analysis. I hope everyone understand what does it mean when I say analysis. It is something which we have been using, and based on that, maybe a forecast that this will be your total bill. So it's our actual bill plus forecasting. That is your cost analysis. So here, once you come, your manager or your application owner, they might ask you that I'm getting a bill of 50,000 rupees monthly. Could you help me to sort this? That why am I getting this heavy bill? So you can come here and you can check that what is your cost, what is your forecast cost, what is your budget you have decided, and you could change the dates also if you want. You could change many things here. And here specifically you're looking for that who used those services. You can check by service name to create a report, so you can inform your client or application owner that virtual machines are the maximum component which you have been using, where you have used 460 rupees. In virtual machine, this is a specific region where your resources are being used. This is the reason. This is that there's a hike of in price. Then if you want to go more in granular report, a detailed report, you could go here also. Resource group, Tsoft Info Solution resource group is consuming the highest bill. Post that is a Terraform group. Then we have this VM images. Then we have this group. See, we have this group. So this is how it looks. किसने कितने पैसे spend किए, किसका क्या forecasting है, ये सब आप लोगों को यहाँ पर दिखेगा. Budget, you can select a budget here, though that is not required, but you could select one. It's a simple one. For my subscription, I total get 7,400, but I have decided a budget of 5,000. So post 5,000, everything and anything you guys will have to do on my subscription, or I have to do, it needs to be approved by me. So that is what a budget is. Now cost alerts. This is important, guys. Cost alert. आप लोगों ने ये सब तो लगा लिया, ठीक है, आप लोगों ने एक बजट बना दिया, आप लोगों ने सब कुछ कर दिया. How would you know if that is being crossed? आप रोज रोज आके तो चेक नहीं करोगे, right? So for that, you could set up an alert here. You'll have to click on add budget. My budget is already there. In case I wanted to set up, you could give a name. You could select the date range. You could select a threshold कि अगर ये 6,000 से ऊपर चला जाता है, let's say, see, so if the forecasted goes or actual billing goes, action group. What is an action group? An action group is something जहां पर आप लोगों के बिलिंग वाले लोग या आपके एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर्स की आईडीज एडेड होगी, right? Let's say that in from this training I have 3 people who will look after finance also. Not everyone will look at the finance, right? So I decided that Jafar should be able to check finance, Kumail should be able to check finance, and Khalid, these 3. So I will create a group of these 3 people here, and I'll create an action group. So anytime and every time this crosses 300 rupees or whatever amount I give, it crosses, these people will get an email. Or if you want, you can select a DL. आपकी टीम का DL यहाँ पर डाल दो. Whoever is there on the shift, that person will deal with this. This is what we use normally. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, bhai.
Anyone, any doubt? बिलिंग में इससे ज्यादा नहीं करने वाले हम लोग. डोंट वरी, बिलिंग आप लोगों को इतने जल्दी मिलने वाला भी नहीं है, ठीक है. दो इट इज अ स्मॉल टॉपिक बट क्रूशल. यहाँ पर बिलिंग बहुत सारी डायरेक्ट मनी इन्वॉल्व है यहाँ पर, सो दिस इज अ क्रूशल टॉपिक. सो आप लोगों को इतने जल्दी नहीं मिलेगा. देन बजट वी डिस्कस्ड. एडवाइजर recommendation, it is nothing but looking at
So,
your. Yes,
sorry, I had one question.
yes, Kumail.
So you're showing budget and this cost analysis. So, for example, this is a work of an Azure administrator or architect. And secondly, when we create a resource, for example, so is that the time this all is set up by the administrator, or how is it done?
See, the work is always in a collaboration. Decision, that is a part of architecture team, that what should be the budget for this application or for this subscription, that admin will not decide. But setting up, implementing that decision which has been taken by an architect post discussion with application owner, implementation will be done by a deployment engineer or an administrator, I could call. For
Okay.
example, there is an application, an architect team had a meeting with application owner, and they decided, okay, that I could spend $10,000 monthly on this one. So it's architect's job that in your low level diagram or ServiceNow request or email or whatever in whichever form you received your request in, that should have this information that you'll have to go to budget of this subscription. Sorry, and you will have to add a budget. Now, what should be the name? This will be decided by application team or the uh, architect. You will have that in diagram. What would be the period, monthly billing, quarterly billing, yearly, creation date, expiration date. Maybe I want this alert just for 1 month and later on I am not bothered about this. Or maybe I want it for 5 years. You can select it from here. Jitna bhi maximum time hai, you could select. Okay. So budget amount. What is the budget amount? See, it suggested a budget amount to me based on my usage, but I say no, I want uh, 90,000, let's say, or $5,000. In this case, we are talking about 90,000 rupees. So I'll have to select one, but from where you will get all these figures, you'll get these figures from your architect team. From where the architect will get, uh, architect will set up a meeting with your application owner to understand their business requirement and then give a proposal. So ये amount और ये सब जो है finally एक आर्किटेक्ट के जो है डायग्राम में होना चाहिए. आर्किटेक्ट का डायग्राम जो है what we call a low level diagram, it is also known as LLD. It is not just a diagram, it is a booklet of 70 to 72 pages. ऐसा बड़ा सा booklet होता है जिसमें आपका नेटवर्क टेपोलॉजी, आपका आईपी एड्रेस, आपका साइडर रेंज, सबनेट्स, कितने सबनेट्स होंगे, उनके नाम क्या होंगे, सब्सक्रिप्शन कौन सा होगा, अगर एग्जिस्टिंग है तो उस पर बजट क्या होगा, cost analysis, everything you will have in details. You guys will just have to implement it. Is it clear?
Okay. Okay, sir. Yeah.
But I have been telling in previous batch also. Yes, Chetan.
So I wanted to know for when we are setting these alerts, what kind of access do we need to have? So for an example, I do not have a billing admin access.
Right,
So I am unable to add alerts,
right.
and my client is not giving me the admin access. So any other way we can add alerts
You will
through
not
any other?
require a billing admin access for that. Again, guys, these accesses, who could tell me if this is related to IAM or will this be controlled by Azure Active Directory? And then I'll show it to you from where we can get the minimum access.
These are AD. AD.
Okay, so we have contradiction in answer. Let's see. First, we'll go to Azure Active Directory. So let's say the client is admin and he does not want you to give complete access of an admin. It's not about being admin. होता है कोई complete access नहीं देना चाहता है. So there are some roles which are specifically created for billing people. So we could have a look at them. Yes, it will be controlled by AD, Azure AD. So if you see, I have a billing administrator role. If I want someone to just check my billing and do not want them to create a user, delete a user, reset a password or anything, I want one role that particular user in this role should be able to deal with only billing issues and nothing else. So I can assign this. And if you guys remember, I have told you on the day one that if you do not like any role, कोई भी ऐसा किसी भी टाइप का रोल है जहां पर ये लग रहा है आपको कि यार ये एक इसमें नहीं होता ना, तो I would have this would have worked for me. So you always have an option to create your custom role. I do not have this option as of now because we required uh, P1 or P2 Azure Active Directory license. As of now, we have free license. I will take this license for a few days, but when will I do this? जब आप लोगों की understanding थोड़ी better हो जाए, that time I will purchase this license for a few days so I can show it to you guys. Right? As of now, अभी मैं purchase करके रख लूंगा 5-10 दिन के लिए, आप लोगों को समझ में भी जाएगा, कोई sense नहीं बनता है. But if your client doesn't want to give you admin access, that's fine. You can ask for billing admin access. He doesn't want to give you billing admin access, बहुत limited access देना चाहता है, only for 2 or 3 tasks. You could suggest that we could create a custom role. In fact, you can create a custom role. आपके किसी test वाले environment पे आप create कर सकते हो, and then you can you could do a POC, proof of concept, that if you assign this sort of role to me, I will have only these many accesses and nothing else. So could you provide me a role? So you could create a custom role, right? But yes, if a user doesn't want to give, your client doesn't want to give, then that is a different case. वो कोई role देना ही नहीं चाहता, then how will you work, right? कोई ना कोई तो रोल आप लोगों को देना ही पड़ेगा उसको. हाँ, he could say that
So,
minimum से minimum देना है मुझको. So this is वैसे ही bare minimum. If you still want to go lower, they could create a custom role. Yes.
so just one more question. I'm sorry if I'm extending this. The roles which we are giving right now, do we have something wherein we can only give a billing administrator role on a certain project, or do we have to do through via custom role only, or do we already have a predefined role or something like that?
So if you say project, normally how it works, for every project you will have a subscription, right? So
Yes.
you will not have multiple subscriptions for a project. For every project you will have individual subscription. So yes, this is a billing administrator role, and if you apply, this gets applied to the complete subscription. The moment I give this role in this billing administrator, if I add it to someone, if you see, I have already added I have one group called auditor group. I have added that
Right.
auditor group to this one. Now if I get someone new in
Mhm.
my company who will be handling only billing accesses, I will add that person to this security group, and he will already have access, automatically have access to this. So this applies to subscription level directly.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
Sorry. So we were talking about billing का आज हम बात कर लेंगे, and then billing इससे ज्यादा हम लोगों को कोई डिस्कस करना भी नहीं है, because trust me, you guys will not get, इतने जल्दी billing वाला पार्ट आता ही नहीं है काम के लिए. ठीक है. Few more things we have. Still I would recommend you guys go and keep checking this. एक अच्छा impression पड़ता है जब आप billing की बात करते हो. It looks like that you have worked on billing, तो थोड़ा responsibility वाला काम किया है आप लोगों ने, वो थोड़ा सा feel देता है ऐसे. ठीक है. So
we
advisor,
can create budget on resource level, right?
budget, this is on subscription we are talking about as of now.
Okay, we can also do that on the resource level, right?
Resource level,
group,
no,
resource group
resource level you cannot. And for a particular resource group, is this what you're talking about?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so if you come here, budget, you come there, or you can do it from anywhere. What does it say here? The scope. You go from anywhere, you can select the scope. Sitting here, sitting at this page, I could change my scope. So yes, you can apply it for subscription, for resource group, wherever you want. It's the same thing, it's the same screen. Only one thing you will have to change is your scope. Even if I come from here, now you see this is the scope. So whatever I apply, it's being applied to my subscription, complete subscription. And if I want to change that, I want to apply it to the root management group, which will have 2-3 subscriptions, I could do that. If I want to go below and I want to apply it only for one resource group, I could do that. Is it clear, guys? So this is the scope thing you will have to change. Everything applies everywhere. Cost analysis, again scope. Subscription ये कर रखा है तो subscription पे apply होगा. Resource group कर रखा है तो resource group पे apply होगा. What is advisor recommendation? So based on, अभी हम लोगों के पास कुछ होगा नहीं, because we do not keep our resources running. When you keep your resources running for a long time, तो बस वहीं से ये check करता है कि आपकी कौन सी मशीन बहुत ज्यादा अंडर यूटिलाइज है, कौन सी ओवर यूटिलाइज है, कौन सा स्टोरेज आपने हॉट टीयर में ले रखा है और उसको आप यूटिलाइज ही नहीं कर रहे हो, कौन सा टीयर आपने 100 TB का ले रखा है उसको 1 ही GB यूज कर रहे हो. व्हाट इज हॉट टीयर एंड एवरीथिंग, आई विल एक्सप्लेन इट, डोंट वरी. So as of now we are focusing on advisor recommendation. So what is it? It is nothing, just a recommendation. Okay, you should change this, you should change that. एक recommendation है, आप मानो या ना मानो, that is fine. Invoices, I hope I don't have to explain this. Everyone knows invoices क्या होता है. आप last टाइम की इनवॉइस आके चेक कर सकते हो, नेक्स्ट इनवॉइस कब आने वाला है वो चेक कर सकते हो, बिलिंग वगैरह चेंज कर सकते हो, कुछ डिटेल्स चेक ये कर सकते हो, रिसीव इनवॉइस बाय ईमेल कर सकते हो. ठीक है, किसी अगर इफ यू वांट समवन एल्स टू allow your invoice to be downloaded by them, you could do that. Payment methods. I hope you guys understand what is a payment method. I don't have to explain it, right? Most of the time, guys, ये पे एज यू गो होता है. छोटी कंपनियों में आप लोगों को क्रेडिट कार्ड वगैरह दिखेंगे. मेजर बड़ी कंपनियों में EA होता है, एंटरप्राइज एग्रीमेंट. दे विल नॉट टाई अप देयर क्रेडिट कार्ड और समथिंग. उनका पेमेंट अलग ही तरीके से चेक वगैरह से होता है, एक एग्रीमेंट होता है. तो यहाँ पर पेमेंट मेथड में आपको EA ऐसे कुछ दिखेगा. ठीक है. पार्टनर इन्फॉर्मेशन, कोई और आपको माइक्रोसॉफ्ट पार्टनर की आपके पास जो डिटेल्स है, माइक्रोसॉफ्ट पार्टनर आईडी. This you will need when you raise a ticket with Microsoft for some technical reason. So don't worry about that. You won't be doing that. I have got few questions here. Let me quickly read. Could you please cover the enterprise agreement as well? How this works? Remember, he asked in variant. Yes, yes, I do remember. In fact, before reading your question, I did bring that to this discussion. So, as this question was asked to one of our colleagues here, one of our teammates here in Varian, it's a company they hire for cloud. So they did ask that how's your current infrastructure? What sort of subscription do you have? So let me go back here and explain this. This is MSDN. This is for Microsoft trainers. I have got it for myself. Post completion, my MCT, Microsoft Certified Trainer certification. This is pay as you go. This I have got by paying. I have attached my credit card. You can also get it. You just have to attach your credit card. And this is Azure for student. ये मुझको कभी मिला था जब कोई maybe scheme वगैरह चल रहा होगा, but as of now it is not available. It has already expired. You can see it is disabled. So do not say this interview में ये मत बोलना MSDN, Azure for student, pay as you go, इनमें से कुछ मत बोलना. Pay as you go हो सकता है किसी subscription के लिए, but for majority this one, for majority companies, किसी बड़ी कंपनी के लिए आप काम करते हो तो it is enterprise agreement. Enterprise agreement कोई Azure specific नहीं है. What do you understand by enterprise agreement, guys?
It's for business use.
Exactly. Enterprise agreement मतलब एक दो बड़े enterprises के बीच में agreement हो रहा है. And how does it work there? कि let's say if I take a company, for example, let's say IBM. ठीक है. Now IBM is using Microsoft Azure. So IBM उनसे कोई पैक कर लेगा, मे बी कोई मंथली पेमेंट होगा, कोई एनुअल पेमेंट होगा, फिक्स पेमेंट होगा, वॉट एवर इट इज, इट्स अप टू देम. उसके बाद यू गाइस में आस्क के उसके बाद कौन कौन सा अकाउंट कैसे यूज कर रहा है, हाउ वुड वी नो? तो उसमें सब्सक्रिप्शन डिवाइड हो जाता है. कंपनी के मल्टीपल सब्सक्रिप्शन होते हैं, 29, 70, 71 इतने सब्सक्रिप्शंस भी होते हैं एक कंपनी के. सो डोंट बी सरप्राइज अगर इतने सब्सक्रिप्शन दिखते हैं. सो दे डिवाइड देयर टीम्स इन सब्सक्रिप्शन. तो किसका कितना बिलिंग आ रहा है इंटरनली चेक कर सकते हैं. अज्योर को तो दे विल पे इन वंस, बट टू चेक व्हिच टीम इज यूटिलाइजिंग हाउ मच सब्सक्रिप्शन होगा. उसके अलावा एक कॉस्ट सेंटर होता है. व्हाट इज अ कॉस्ट सेंटर? कॉस्ट सेंटर एक टैग है. तो आप जितने भी रिसोर्स बना रहे हो उसको एक कॉस्ट सेंटर उस डिपार्टमेंट के साथ ये कर देता है. लेट्स से दैट आई हैव कॉस्ट सेंटर 1, कॉस्ट सेंटर 2, कॉस्ट सेंटर 3. कॉस्ट सेंटर 1 इज फॉर एडमिन, कॉस्ट सेंटर 2 इज फॉर आईटी, कॉस्ट सेंटर 3 इज फॉर फाइनेंस. तो सेम जितने भी मैं रिसोर्सेज बनाऊंगा कॉस्ट फाइनेंस के लिए उस पर लिख दूंगा कॉस्ट सेंटर 3. It is just a tagging. So later on it will help me in billing. Is it clear, guys? Ideal answer, Irfan, will discuss that जब हम थोड़ा सा इंटरव्यू के प्रैक्टिस करते हैं या तो हमारे मॉक कॉल्स वाले सेशन में करते हैं, और when we start with this batch I'll make sure to capture this question also, that how should be the answer, the exact answer. But did you guys
Correct.
understand the concept?
Yes.
Answers ka don't worry guys, every question literally not possible every question, but most of the questions which we have experienced, इतना हम लोगों ने अपने इंटरव्यूज में ये सब किया है, whatever we have gathered here, और इसमें हम और ऐड करते रहते हैं. So these questions, इन सब के questions के हम लोग जो है आंसर्स वन बाय वन इसको पूरा डिटेल में डिस्कस करेंगे. लेट्स से समवन हैज कवर्ड द कोर्स, थोड़ा किसी ने जल्दी कवर कर लिया, सो उसके साथ हम अलग से कवर कर लेंगे, टीम के साथ अलग से कवर कर लेंगे. सो डोंट वरी अबाउट दिस. And if we know specifically that you are going for this company, you're going for Toyota, so we have an idea कि Toyota में किस टाइप के questions आने वाले हैं. हम उस कंपनी स्पेसिफिक को भी डिस्कस करेंगे, बट दिस इज अ लेटर पार्ट व्हेन वी finish our course, when we complete our technical details, and then we move there.
Correct. So, how
very-
many categories are there for like business? We discuss. There is a EA agreement.
enterprise
or
agreement is
EA.
fine. See, let me tell you guys, enterprise agreement तो ये ऐसी चीजें है, इसमें हम लोग वैसे ही पढ़ते ही नहीं है. एंटरप्राइज एग्रीमेंट कोई डायरेक्टर लेवल का, कोई वीपी लेवल का बंदा माइक्रोसॉफ्ट के किसी
Correct.
सेल्स के किसी वीपी लेवल के बंदे से वो दो लोग आपस में डिस्कस करते होंगे. हमको उसके पढ़ी भी नहीं होती है कि क्या आप लोगों ने अग्रीमेंट किया और क्या नहीं किया, राइट? सो इतना डिटेल में आपसे कोई नहीं पूछेगा. हाँ, ये इसलिए पूछते हैं जस्ट टू चेक वेदर यू हैव रियली वर्कड. इफ यू से दैट आई हैव वर्कड ऑन
Right.
पोर्टल, तो ये चीजें आपको क्विकली याद होनी चाहिए, राइट?
Correct.
Sohail bhai, I have one question.
यस जाफर भाई, प्लीज आस्क.
Sohail bhai, if a user who gets the email for billing, will that user have the access to redefine the budget amount? For example, as you said, we have defined an amount of 5,000, and if that amount is crossed, so the user who will get that email, will that user have the access to again, change the budget amount from 5,000 to 7,000 or 10,000?
That's up to you. What kind of access do you give? I told you accesses are completely custom. आप कोई ऐसा एक्सेस बना दो जिसमें बजट चेंज करने का ऑप्शन ही नहीं हो, बस देखने का ऑप्शन हो, you could do that. आप कोई ऐसा बना दो जिसमें चेंज करने का भी ऑप्शन हो.
Okay.
Billing administrator में specifically क्या, you'll have to go and check. See, if I go to Azure Active Directory and I check roles and let me show it to you. कितने सारे roles दिख रहे हैं. We are not going to discuss everything here. We as in
Correct.
सिर्फ इस ट्रेनिंग में ही नहीं, even you with the interviewer, अगर नहीं भी पता है so that's completely fine. किसी को भी नहीं पता होगा, कौन इतने याद रखेगा, और इसमें Microsoft हमेशा चेंज करते रहता है. So why would you remember? Here simply you have the description. See, if we are talking about billing administrator, और नहीं है आप एक आधा टेम्परेरी बनाकर देख लोगे, मतलब इंटरव्यू में you could say this. He's saying कि
Right.
भाई बिलिंग एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर ये कर सकता है या नहीं कर सकता है. आप इतना तो होपफुली आपको याद होगा, नहीं भी होगा, यू टेल देम आई विल गो एंड चेक द डिस्क्रिप्शन इन बिलिंग एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर. उससे भी मुझको थोड़ा बहुत डाउट है, आई विल क्रिएट अ बिलिंग एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर, एक डमी यूजर बनाकर मैं चेक करूंगा, देन उसके बाद मैं उसको इंप्लीमेंट करूंगा. पहले टेस्ट एनवायरनमेंट में मैं चेक करूंगा, उसके बाद मैं इंप्लीमेंट करूंगा. ठीक है, सो
So
डोंट
we can
वरी, यू
say
कैन.
कि we can assign custom roles, right?
Yes, you can. Here the custom role, you can create custom role and then assign it to someone. Billing administrator can perform common billing related tasks like updating payment information. Now see, यहाँ पे थोड़ी सी ambiguity है कि what do you exactly mean. Common का आपका understanding अलग हो सकता है, मेरा अलग हो सकता है. So if you want this
Right.
in detail, maybe you could go to Microsoft website, वहां पर आपको और ज्यादा डिटेल में मिल जाएगा.
Okay, got it.
ठीक है, कितने ज्यादा डिटेल में चाहिए आप, कोई माइक्रोसॉफ्ट का आर्टिकल पढ़ लो. सी व्हाट इट कैन डू, व्हाट इट कैन नॉट डू, यहाँ पर और डिटेल में दिया हुआ है. सो यू कुड डू दैट. सो यू डोंट हैव टू रिमेंबर दिस. इंटरव्यू में भी आता तो यू शुड नो कि इस तरह की कोई जगह है जहां पर मैं जाके इसको डिटेल में पढ़ सकता हूँ. That's all
Okay.
they want because these things they keep changing. ठीक है, so
ठीक.
बिलिंग पे हम लोग थे.
So I just wanted to check whether I have the correct understanding. If we are talking about the a business like a IBM or a established company, they will have a EA agreement or the agreement. And if there is a small company, they can also have a business credit card that they are paying towards Azure billing, right?
Right, you'll call that pay as you go. You don't even have to
Pay
mention
as
a
you go.
business credit card है या अब किसी मैनेजर का
हाँ.
पर्सनल है. We are not worried
Okay.
about it. फाइनेंस
Okay.
मैनेजर का पर्सनल कार्ड भी होगा, वो रिइंबर्समेंट कैसे ले रहा है कंपनी से, हमको क्या पड़ी है उससे, राइट?
Correct.
Technical point of view is pay as you go. Either it is enterprise agreement or it is pay as you go.
Okay.
That's it. अब उसमें क्रेडिट कार्ड कॉर्पोरेट है या मैनेजर अपने जेब से पे कर रहा है, we don't have to worry
Okay.
about it.
Yes.
ठीक है, सो आई थिंक पेमेंट में इससे ज्यादा और कुछ जरूरत नहीं है. बाय द वे इतना भी नहीं पूछने वाला है आपसे पेमेंट में. आई मीन जिन्होंने भी अब तक इंटरव्यूज दिया है, यू गाइस आल्सो कुड वाउच फॉर इट. कितनी बार पूछा है पेमेंट के बारे में आपसे कि हाउ टू चेंज पेमेंट. ये उनको पता होता है कि पेमेंट कोई और टीम हैंडल करती है. आप जो अपना एक्सपीरियंस पोर्ट्रे करने वाले उसमें पेमेंट वगैरह का कुछ ही नहीं, बट इट्स गुड टू नो इन्फॉर्मेशन. थोड़ा सा याद रख लो इसको. ये नहीं होना चाहिए कि एकदम ब्लैंक हो, बिकॉज इफ यू आर सेइंग दैट यू हैव बीन वर्किंग सिंस 2 ईयर, तो 2 साल में कोई ना कोई जाके हमेशा ये सब चेक कर ही लेता है. ठीक है, So this is what we will be reading about billing. इसके बाद we'll talk about metrics वगैरह बाद में देखते हैं. DNS we'll see later. Resource group I have already discussed and described. Anyone has any questions related to resource group? बहुत बार हमने discuss किया है with diagrams, with MS Paint, with everything. Still, anyone has any doubt? Resource group, guys. Yes, guys, any questions? Resource group? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then we discussed resource group, ARM template. will
Just one more thing.
discuss.
I know it's very basic. We learned it in the past batch, but just wanted to clear that. You can create a resource group in West US, but the resources in it can be from East US also, right? No issues like that, right?
Sorry, didn't get you. Are you saying that you want to create a resource group in a different
In West
region?
US. Yeah,
Okay.
and if the resources in it are from a different region, that's also still perfectly fine, I think, right?
Right,
Just wanted to
right,
check that.
right. Why
Yeah,
not?
okay.
Aditya, the resource group location is East US. Now you want to create a resource, any resource. That's a function app, a small one. Here, instead of East US, you want to select Central US. So yes, you can do that.
Okay.
I'm not creating it as of now because आगे हम काफी create करने ही वाले हैं और बहुत सारे वैसे examples मिल जाएंगे. So we'll do that time. So yes, guys, resource group पे किसी का कोई और question इसके अलावा? Okay. Subscriptions we did read already. Subscriptions क्या होता है, कहाँ पर आता है? Azure subscription is the second layer after Azure Active Directory, which is the first layer. Then billing happens on subscription based. We can have multiple subscriptions in an AD, but you cannot connect one subscription to multiple AD. Now, what do you understand by that, guys? What is an AD? Who could tell me what is an AD?
Subscription or Active Directory.
Is it a
And AD
functional
could be
group?
tenant.
Yes.
The tenant.
Right, it's a tenant. So see, here I have a tenant. This is my tenant, tsoftinfosolution.com. And if there is some other tenant, so this subscription it cannot be a part of two tenants. Is it clear? But my tenant can have multiple subscription. It is, you can see it here that I have 3 subscriptions. But this subscription cannot be a part of multiple tenants. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, guys. So the next we have that every subscription has unique ID over the globe. While managing PowerShell, etc., we can change the subscription directory. That's one. This I'll explain later. Resource group is the third layer after subscription in Azure AD. I hope I don't have to explain this, right? We saw this in many diagrams which I created in MS Paint. Types of subscription, free account, I just described. You guys have Isaac bhai ka jo hai, that is a free account. Pay as you go, I just explained that you pay the bill after usage, usually monthly billing. It is not necessary to have monthly billing. It is usually monthly billing, and it is a post-pay service. Enterprise agreement we just discussed. RBAC we have discussed. What is RBAC? In RBAC we have owner who has full access. We have control contributor who has full access, but contributor cannot add someone. Owner can add someone. We have reader. It's obvious what is a reader. And then we have user access administrator, and there are plenty of them. You can check them also. Then whatever I'm skipping, guys, do not think we are skipping that from course. वो दूसरे टॉपिक के अंदर लाई करते हैं, I'm just skipping them. कुछ है जो virtual machine जब हम will discuss virtual machine, that time those things will be covered. कुछ है storage पे काम आ जाएंगे. ठीक है, admin account. Okay, see, account admin. What can account admin is do? They can purchase. This is a different explanation. Okay, guys, are you guys clear till here? So I can start explaining this. तो ये भी बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी नहीं है, गुड टू नो है अब तक ये इन्फॉर्मेशन भी, सो डोंट वरी इफ यू आर नॉट गेटिंग इट क्लियरली, बट इज इट क्लियर वट एवर वी डिस्कस टिल नाउ?
Yes.
Okay, so account admin, who becomes an account admin? An account admin, someone who purchases the subscription, that person becomes an account admin. In my case, I have purchased my subscription, so I am an account admin. Who's a service admin? Same role, but can't change account admin. मतलब सी अकाउंट एडमिन कौन होगा पता है आप लोगों को? अकाउंट एडमिन आपका कोई वीपी हो सकता है, कोई ये हो सकता है जिसने Azure परचेज करके ये कर दिया, बट आपका वीपी तो काम नहीं करेगा उस पर, राइट? सो व्हाट विल ही डू, ही विल गिव दिस रोल टू समवन, कोई सर्विस एडमिन बना देगा कि ठीक है यू हैंडल दिस. So service admin will have the complete access to handle that. Service admin will have the complete access उस पूरे सब्सक्रिप्शन को हैंडल करने के लिए. But it cannot change. ये नहीं है कि सर्विस एडमिन ने जाके अकाउंट एडमिन को ही चेंज कर दिया. Guys, this is about to finish. I'll stop without any break. Okay. Then there's a co-admin. Same right, full access. Then we discussed owner, contributor, and reader. We already discussed that. Is it fine, guys? Are you clear till here?
Yes.
Okay, let me stop this and we'll rejoin the same session, same link immediately.